Welcome to the Bookworm Duo, where we explore a variety of books. Let's get started. Welcome to the deep dive. We take your sources, pull out the key bits of knowledge, the insights. Basically, it's your shortcut to being really well informed. Today, we're diving into a pretty thrilling and complex crime novel, The Strip, by Iain Ryan.
Yeah, this one's fascinating. It's a real sprawling mystery. Multiple timelines, different viewpoints. Our mission today really is to walk through the book chronologically, event by event, as the characters experience it. We'll see how all these seemingly separate crimes start to connect in, well, pretty chilling ways. We're looking at the dark side of the Gold Coast and the detectives trying to figure it all out.
And we've got excerpts right from the dedications, those journal entries, all the way to the big reveals at the end. Okay, let's get into it. So the book kicks off with a really somber feel, doesn't it?
It does. That dedication to the Diablo victims and their families just lists names. Reuben James Davis, Teddy Adams, Brian Amstel, spanning years.
Yeah, 1978, 1980. It signals straight away that this isn't just one crime. It's got history, deep roots.
Exactly. And then, boom, we jump to the present. Well, the book's present, February 20th, 1980. But it immediately weaves in these journal entries from Emmett Hades.
Right, the former detective.
Yeah. And he's clearly haunted, living in his back shed, seeing the victims' names in his sleep, feels untethered is the word he uses. It tells you right away the past is absolutely crucial here. You won't understand the current stuff without it.
Okay, so into that present day, we meet Detective Lana Cohen. She's at a crime scene, Gold Coast, humid. A jogger's found dead. 2 shots back of the head.
And she's the outsider, right, from NSW.
Totally. And the local Gold Coast guys, the book calls them rangy dogs.
Yeah.
They just sort of muscle in, take over, treat her like she doesn't belong.
And that sets up a key theme, that tension. Different forces, resistance to anyone looking over their shoulder. We find out the victim is Brian Arthur Amstel, a doctor.
And his death immediately connects to this troubled investigation, Strike Force Diablo.
Yep. Enter Detective Henry Loch and his partner, Lowell Sennett. They're seconded to Diablo, which already has this bad reputation. 6 unsolved murders in 2 years. Not good.
Okay, so Strike Force Diablo. This is where it starts getting really interesting, right? Because there's a pattern, and then there isn't.
Exactly. Henry Loch starts laying out the victims for us, and at first, there's what he calls an unmissable MO, modus operandi.
Right.
The first one's Teddy Adams in 78, Eddie Edgar in 79. They were business partners, both choked, rope or sash, then dumped, rolled up in carpet on residential streets.
Very specific. Ritualistic, almost.
Barton Westerby in 79, similar deal, though he was apparently banged up beforehand. Still fits the pattern.
But then, like you said, the wheels just come off this pattern.
Completely. Lenny Gibbs, 1979, she's a socialite, shot in the head, left on the street, no carpet, no strangulation.
In a press.
Goes berserk, according to the book. Suddenly, it's a serial killer narrative taking hold.
So why the change? That's the big question, isn't it?
It is. And despite this huge inconsistency, they just fold more cases in. Violet Burke, a prostitute shot in the bush in 79. Joel Delaney, an accountant shot in 1980. It leads to this. Well, the book calls it a politically expedient lie. 2 MOs, 1 killer. Just to keep the case alive, give it fresh energy.
Politics over policing.
Seems like it. And Henry. His motive seems personal. Solve the original cases, the carpet jobs, to finally escape the ghosts of his old squad, the consorting squad. He mentions following Emmett's plan, which is intriguing.
Meanwhile, back with Lana's initial look at the Amstel scene, she picks up on something small.
The milk, right.
Yeah. The wife, Erin, says she went out for milk, but Lana sees milk in the fridge. It's subtle, but it's that first little alarm bell. Something's not right.
And Lana gets sidelined pretty fast by those Gold Coast guys. Her own boss back in NFW, Superintendent Gorst, calls them yahoos, deadwood.
Right. He doesn't rate them at all.
No. And he tells Lana that Diablo is seen as a loser case, probably has a dirty element. He basically wants her to go undercover, be his woman on the ground.
For office politics.
Pretty much. Yeah. Gather intel, maybe get a promotion out of it. It shows the internal games being played.
So Lana gets partnered with Henry Loch. He seems kind of washed up.
Yeah, on the shit heat for life is how it's put. Had to pull strings just to get on Diablo. And we learn about his past wrecked childhood, this inherent aggression and wild.
The force fed on that.
Yeah, like a tick on the arse of a bull. It's a strong image. And then there's that really dark detail. Him filming his partner, Lowell, with prostitutes at the Tropical Touch brothel.
So Henry's compromised too.
Deeply. And all the while, we keep getting Emmett Hades' journal entries. His perspective is so cynical.
Yeah, he talks about Brisbane gorging on darkness, how he accrued debt, accruing damage. He sees the corruption within Diablo as complete.
It's that veteran's eye view, you know. The system is rotten to the core from his perspective.
So Lana and Henry start working. We meet a few other people. Maddie Santos, Amstel's mistress.
Robert Emery, rich guy, connected to someone named Sarah Utton.
And Daryl Millman, gruff bloke. Seems to have a solid alibi for the murderer's movie tickets.
And Lana finds tire prints at the Amstel scene. Maybe a motorbike. Little clues starting to appear.
Then Emmett's journal takes us back again to 1973.
Right. His own downfall. He got transferred to the Gold Coast, basically, for doing his job too well. He was looking into a cold case suicide Braffman that someone clearly wanted buried.
And he kept digging.
Without hesitation, he says. But he didn't understand the dreaded joke back then.
The joke. That's the corruption.
Seems like it. The pervasive systemic stuff that ruined his career. It's a warning about the environment they're in.
Meanwhile, Lana's doing some digging of her own. Into Christopher Cole.
The accountant? Yeah.
Right?
Linked to Delaney, the sixth victim, and also to a shell company that was pinning Sarah Utton.
And Lana finds out Cole's dead. Cocaine-related heart attack. And he wasn't just any accountant.
No. Dirty. Handled money for drug dealers, pimps, gangsters, and dirty cops.
Okay, but here's the thing. Cole was arrested back in '78 for solicitation.
And guess who arrested him? Ron Bingham and Mark Evans. Two of the lead detectives currently on strike Force Diablo.
Wow. So why did he walk free then?
Exactly. That's a
Wow.
huge question mark hanging over Bingham and Evans. Suggests they might be involved somehow, right? Protecting him?
It certainly looks fishy. And Henry, he's hitting the dexterine, pushing himself.
Yeah, he starts connecting the dots too. Cole, Delaney, Amstel, Sarah Utton. He sees it's all connected. Then he finds that hidden address on a church flyer.
Weird place for a clue. Suggests something deeper, maybe more organized.
Definitely. And Lana's surveillance leads her to the Tropical Touch brothel again. She talks to the owner, Colleen Vinton.
And Vinton knows the cops.
Oh, yeah. Mentions Bingham and Pete Reynolds by name, hence they're dirty. And then she asks Lana that weird question.
If she likes girls.
Yeah. It's creepy, manipulative, maybe testing Lana, maybe a warning sign about Vinton's own nature.
Things are heating up. Superintendent Beggs is putting the pressure on, threatening to fire the whole Diablo team if they don't get results.
But Lana, she's not backing down. She defies orders, keeps digging into the local corruption. She wants the truth, not just to close the case.
And then, a really major, gruesome discovery.
Reuben Davis's body, found in Daryl Millman's living room,
Strung up how?
on a cross.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrific. Emmett Hades is there, and he recognizes Reuben, one of his own cold cases. Another detective, Brino, actually vomits at the scene. It's that bad.
So they arrest Millman.
Yep. And under interrogation, he confesses. Says he killed Reuben Davis, Teddy Adams, Eddie Edgar, Barton Westerby, the first four. The carpet jobs.
Why? What was his motive?
He saw them as sinful, says he saved them. Describes his strangulations using the carpet. Seems like the original Diablo killer is caught.
No. That's the crucial part. He flat out denies them. Violet Burke, Lenny Gibbs, Joel Delaney, Brian Amstel, not him. He says he doesn't hurt women and guns are so loud.
So that blows a massive hole in the task force's one killer theory. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Completely contradicts their narrative. Millman also says his sins are absolved and mentions a conduit, someone feeding him information or instructions.
Lana's not convinced by his full confession anyway, right?
Not at all. She finds these hidden notebooks in Millman's ceiling.
And they detail.
His surveillance. Meticulous notes, but only on the early victims, the ones he confessed to killing. Nothing about the later shooting victims.
So that backs up his denial of the shootings.
Exactly. That strongly suggests there has to be a second killer or something much bigger going on. Like Emmett said, the Gold Coast is a joke scrawled in history's ledger. The corruption runs deep.
Then we get another layer, this planned legal casino bid.
Right. Big money involved, led by Robert Emery, the rich guy, and he's got backing from the premier and Colleen Vinton.
Vinton again. So suddenly there's this huge financial motive potentially linked to everything.
It really raises the stakes.
Yeah.
And the connections get tighter. Lowell Sennett, Henry's partner, he cracks. Confesses to Lana and Henry.
What does he say?
Says Colleen Vinton blackmailed him. Used compromising photos, likely the ones Henry took. He reveals Amstel, the doctor, had a pill press, was dealing drugs.
Okay.
And crucially, he says the last four victims, Burke, Gibbs, Delaney, Amstel, the shooting victims, all have direct ties to Vinton. Everyone knew Amstel was involved with her operation.
So Vinton seems central to the second wave of killings?
Definitely looks that way. But as Lana and Henry get closer, things get dangerous.
Millman.
Found stabbed in prison. Silenced.
And Maddie Santos, Amstel's mistress?
Gets badly beaten up by the... She confirms it's about keeping quiet, warns about powerful people, and she names one attacker, Tommy Lomax.
Who's Tommy Lomax?
Vinton's associate, and he used to be Brian Amstel's receptionist. Another direct link.
So the syndicate is actively cleaning up loose ends.
Seems like it. Lana uses the dirty accountant Cole's records to trace Vinton's properties.
Yeah.
Finds remote houses out in Lismore. Turns out Tommy Lomax was arrested there before.
So they head out there.
Yeah. Henry and Lana raid this hidden property. It's the climax.
What do they find?
It's grim. Drugged women. One of them, Temperance, sees a photo of Sarah Utton, the woman linked to Emery and Cole, and says, chillingly, she's in the tomb.
The tomb.
Yeah. Henry gets drugged somehow. He's hallucinating, stumbling around this bizarre place. Lana confronts Tommy Lomax. He's armed. She shoots him dead. Then she finds Mark Evans, one of the lead Diablo cops, remember?
Yeah, him and Bingham.
Evans is shot, dying. He mutters something about the joke, how you never know the punchline. Very cryptic.
And Sarah Utton.
They find her in this bunker, this tomb. She's alive, but vacant, out of it. And the shocker, Henry finds a baby.
A baby? Who?
Sarah Utton's baby.
Yeah.
Conceived with Robert Emery. It's just incredibly dark, the human cost of it all.
So what's the official fallout from all this?
Well, the newspapers spin it. Mark Evans is a hero cop killed in drug raid. Millman's prison death is also front page news.
And Henry, the actual hero who found the baby.
He gets called a lucky street cop in public.
Yeah.
But behind the scenes, he's promoted. Sergeant in homicide, his past sins forgotten. He gets absorbed back into the system.
But Lana...
Fired. Insubordination. Her reward for uncovering the truth is losing her job. Tells you everything about the system they're up against.
Wow. But there's one final twist, isn't there? The biggest one.
Oh, yeah. The ultimate reveal. Comes from Emmett Hades himself.
Lana visits him where?
Woolston Park Hospital. He's confined there, not in prison. And he tells her he killed 3 people.
What? Emmett?
Yes. 3 organized crime figures, all central to Colleen Vinton.
Why? Why would he do that?
He says he wanted to know how it felt to be the killer, to reenact the rage he felt about the unsolved cases. But also, and this is the mind blower, he did it to solve the case.
Solve it by killing people.
By activating Lana and Henry. By creating new murders linked to the old ones, forcing the investigation forward, bringing in outside help like Lana. He says, I solved the case. I really did, you see. I did my job.
That is absolutely staggering. He orchestrated the investigation by committing murders himself.
Exactly. He even says he chose his targets from sermons given to him by a conduit.
A conduit. Millman mentioned a conduit, too.
Right. And Lana immediately asks Emmett if Father Frank Hanlon, the priest whose flyer Henry found, is the conduit.
Does Emmett confirm it?
He avoids a direct answer, but the implication is heavy. A priest directing murders. It suggests this terrifying religious fanaticism mixed in with the corruption.
So Emmett saw his murders as acts.
3 acts in a dark progression, he calls them. Designed to bring in NSW police, keep the Diablo energy up. He actually planned to kill 4 to really force Henry and Lana's hand, but failed on the last one.
So the mastermind behind pushing Diablo towards any kind of resolution was Emmett, the haunted ex-cop.
It's incredibly dark. The idea that the system is so broken, so corrupt, that a detective felt the only way to achieve any kind of justice, to expose the truth, was to become a killer himself.
Corrupting himself to expose corruption. It's a paradox.
It really is. It forces you to question everything about justice in that world. Can you even achieve it when the lines are that blurred, when the supposed good guy has to do terrible things?
It's a really chilling thought to end on. The book finishes with Lana asking Emmett where she went wrong.
And he just says, in the beginning, suggesting the whole system right from the start was flawed.
Wow, what a deep dive that was. The strip is just
a
visceral look at corruption, evil, and what people do when they think they're pursuing justice.
Definitely. And that core idea that maybe you have to become a monster to fight monsters.
Right.
It's profoundly disturbing. Makes you really ponder, doesn't it? Is real justice even possible in a world that compromised?
It certainly challenges you. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope walking through it helps make sense of this really intricate, intense story. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe for more bookish adventures and hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride. Don't forget to share the knowledge, spread the word.